Good morning, everybody. My name is Shannon. This is Cosmic Goddess Healing. Welcome into my divine feminines, my divine masculines, my beautiful star seeds, my soul tribe, whoever feels guided to come in and watch. Welcome in. Happy winter solstice. I don't know about you, but it's been a friggin' tough week. The energies have been raw this week. The energies have been dark this week. And I feel like if you were guided to watch me, you were probably picking up on that same energy. And I wanted to shower and do my hair. I haven't even eaten breakfast, but the energy was so potent this morning that I had to do this before getting ready. I needed to come on and do these messages before starting my day. And I had a lot of really beautiful sort of epiphanies or awakenings this morning, because if you've watched some of my videos this week, you've picked up on my heaviness, my dark energy. My shadow self has been coming up a lot this week. And this morning, I had a couple of thoughts pop into my head. And I talked about this a little bit yesterday, but I feel like I need to touch on it again. I had this epiphany this morning. I kept asking God, universe, why are you bringing these things up for me again? I thought I did the healing work. I thought I went through that very intense weekend at that spiritual retreat where I had to face my past trauma, heal the shame, purge the shame, and I would be done with it all. But I was told this morning that the purpose of why all of this came up was to give me true balance within. And I can't just accept the good stuff about me and hate the bad. The shadow stuff is what molded me into this beautiful woman that I am today. And I don't mean looks. I'm talking about soul. The beautiful woman that I've become inside and out today, the spiritual powerhouse that I am today, I couldn't have got here without the dark. And universe, spirit guides, whoever was speaking to me this morning really made me understand that I need to accept that there is both parts of me. And it's funny, I wanted to share this with you. This tattoo, my arm tattoo, is like my spirit. This is my spiritual piece. This is the tattoo that I got to sort of represent my soul. And the tattoo artist that did this piece moved away, and I stupidly had, this kid was his apprentice, but I had this apprentice kid do this addition piece right here, and I hate it. I absolutely hate it. It feels dark. It feels like it's way too dark, whereas this is all light and doesn't feel so heavy. But then you look at this and it almost is like I recognize that portion of the tattoo is my darkness. It's the stuff I don't like about myself. But today I learned that I have to accept, that I have to honor those dark pieces of me, because those dark pieces are what molded me. They're what pushed me to do better. They're what pushed me to getting clean off of drugs. They're what pushed me to dive into my spiritual gifts. So I was shown this morning, and I was journaling about it, that I need to honor both. I need to honor both the light and the dark. And all of these things were brought up for me this week so that I could do exactly that, but I wasn't. I was fighting against it. I thought I was doing something wrong. I thought I was going backwards in my spiritual journey. I started beating myself up, telling myself, you're not gifted. You're always going to be this broken thing. But that's not true. And if you're out there and you're watching this and you've been experiencing this very dense, heavy, dark energy all week, like I have, this message is for you. And this message is to reassure you that there's nothing wrong with you, that you're not going backwards, but spirit is bringing your shadow self back up to the surface so that you can honor and love both and accept both, because they're part of you. They're a part of who you are. They're a part of what molded you into the beautiful soul that you are today. And it's very aligned with winter solstice, because winter solstice is the darkest day of the year in the Northern Hemisphere. And I live in the Northern Hemisphere, and it's been challenging. The dark weather, the gloomy days, no sunshine, but today there's sun. Today there is sunshine, and I felt very guided this morning to get outside and go for a walk in the forest, even though I hate the cold. I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to get suited up in my winter gear, and I'm going to go out into the forest, and I'm going to go for a walk, and I'm going to connect with nature today. Um, the other epiphany that I had, while I was journaling and meditating this morning, was that, and it's funny how these thoughts come up. I don't know why I clicked on this, but I clicked on something that was like clips of different pastors around the world, and like I was not aligned with it at all. And I thought, why is this popping up in my feed? I don't do religion. I am not religious. I am just a spiritual being that believes in something greater than myself that I choose to call God, but not God in the biblical sense or the religious sense. Just that's what I choose to call it. That's what feels aligned to me. But from watching that, I had this download that said, like, the purpose of your channel is not to be that. And I was like, oh, okay, interesting. Because I felt that. I never want to be a leader in the sense of I just have sheep that follow me. I want to empower people. I don't want people to follow me like I'm a pastor, like I'm some guru, because I'm not. And I'm just another woman, just like you as a man or a woman who watches me. We are equal. We are the same. And I want to teach you through this channel, through my experiences, through my challenge, through my authenticity, how to find your own power. So yes, of course, like I want to see my following grow on YouTube because that means my messages are getting out to more people. But I don't want to be a leader that has just people following me that aren't doing anything to empower themselves, that are just looking to me to give them their answers or live their lives for them. I don't want that. That's not what I want from this channel. And Spirit helped me understand that this morning, that because I kept saying, I don't know what the purpose is. Like, I feel like I'm scattered on this channel. Some people have love readings and that's their focus. And, other people, it's career and money readings. And like, I feel like mine are just so fucking all over the place half the time. Excuse my language. I feel like mine are just like scattered all over the place. But I was told that that's okay because there are many different topics that need to be discussed to help somebody, empower them, because everybody's going through something different that's blocking them from that empowerment. So I was sort of shown this morning that, you know what, it's okay that I don't have one specific topic that I talk about on this channel, because I need to touch many different people around the world with my messages. And not everybody it's going to be about love. Not everybody it is going to be about, like, those feel superficial to me. Those things are superficial things. And in all honesty, a lot of those things are just giving you like um, false hope. That's what I feel. Like, a lot of these love readings, they're general, it's impossible that that message is meant for all the people that are watching. It's impossible. So, and I've been guilty of getting like caught up in watching these love readings, attaching the things that I want to my story, but it never happens. And even, I don't know why this irritates me so much, but like, there's this, I'm not going to call her out. I'm not going to say her channel, but she's always trying to sell her, oh my God. Oh my God, I should know the word of this. Why am I gapping on this? Maybe Spirit doesn't want me to say this or share this. I don't know. Her subliminals. Thank you. Clearly, I am supposed to say it. She's always pushing her, buy my subliminal sound healings, buy my subliminal this and that. And the truth is, subliminals are not going to change divine timing. Divine timing trumps everything. And you can listen to as many subliminal messages as you want, especially relating to another person. If you're listening to subliminal message or soundtracks from somebody to bring back an ex or to bring back a person in your life, well, guess what? That's not how it works. Spirit told me that's not how it works. Subliminals are good for your own growth, for your own law of attraction or pulling in things you want to manifest. But for other people, they don't work. Subliminals are not going to work because you can't control what another person does. Because if God doesn't think the timing is right, you can listen to as many subliminals as you want. That person is not going to come back because divine timing will trump that. And I feel like I needed to say that because I really like listening to her channel, but it seems like every 5 minutes she's trying to insert, well, if you listen to my subliminals, you'll get better. And that's bullshit. And I hate that. I don't like that at all. I like honesty. I like, I get people are trying to make a business out of this. I have a full-time job, so this is not a business for me. I do this for free because I love it, because I truly want to help people. And this is a passion for me. It doesn't feel like work. And when it does, I stop. And I was really struggling this week. So I stopped because I wasn't feeling connected to any of it. So I stopped, but anyway, sorry for that little rant. But I feel like people need to understand that a subliminal isn't going to control another person because that person has free will, and it's about divine timing, and divine timing trumps what we want. And I have learned that lesson very, very clearly. So if you're somebody out there that's purchasing subliminals to get an ex back or a twin flame or whatever, it's not going to work. It just isn't going to work, unfortunately. That's my opinion. I'm probably going to piss people off by saying that. That's been my experience because I did go get her subliminals, and I listened to them religiously in the hopes that I would attract back a person into my life, and it never happened. And I would get angry, and it just made me angry because it wasn't working and it wasn't happening. And then I would feel like there was something wrong with me, which is, I think they're dangerous. Again, I think subliminals work and they're really good for your own personal growth. If you're looking to change a mindset or, change a mindset, use the law of attraction, change your vibration, 1,000% they'll work. But if you're trying to control another person in your life, they're not. It doesn't work like that. So it does frustrate me that people are trying to make money off others, saying that these things are going to work to control another person to come back when they don't. So anyways, I just needed to say that because if you are spending your money on that, don't. Like, spend it because you want to help yourself or empower yourself. But if it's because you're trying to control another person, don't waste your money. Just keep praying about it. Keep focusing on yourself. And divine timing will play out when it's supposed to. And if you're meant to be with that person, well, they're already yours. So don't worry about the outcome or the expectation. Acceptance was a big message I heard this morning. Accepting all of me, accepting the light, accepting the dark, accepting this shitty tattoo on the back of my arm. Acceptance is so important. And then I ended up watching, which is crazy because if you've watched me, Shiva is one of my spirit guides, which I was told by a very beautiful healer at my spiritual retreat, that Shiva and Kuan Yin are guides of mine. And I've seen signs of it that have confirmed this for me. And somehow this morning on my YouTube feed, I'm not going to say the name of it right, but it's a place in the Himalayas where the temple of Shiva is. And somehow that popped up on my feed this morning, and it was talking about acceptance. And the gentleman who was doing this crazy hike up to this temple was saying it's raining every day. His clothes were wet. He just wanted the sun to come out to dry his clothes. But it was a lesson of acceptance for him, that he has all these desires, but it is, Shiva's will, God's will, whoever, that plays out. And you don't get to control because you have desires and you have wants. Divine timing is the ultimate way that things play out in our lives. And we can have all these desires all we want. And the more we fight against them because we're not getting them, the harder things get for us. And I can attest to that with this whole like twin flame person that I reference all the time. And I don't even know if he is, to be honest, anymore. I'm kind of like, I need to move past this now. Like, I think this was in my life for a reason, to teach me things. I'm not going to name it bad or good. It's been part of my journey in the last year, and it was necessary, but I'm accepting that there's probably a good chance we will never come back together. And I've accepted that today, and I'm ready to step forward into something new. And I have made a promise to myself that I am not taking this baggage with me into 2026. So, anyways, this got really long. I did want to try to do a reading, but I don't think I'm actually going to do one. I think I'm just going to focus on the card of the day that I pulled from my Instagram. It seems very fitting for the winter solstice. It is get grounded, empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. This was the card that came out. I think it is so fitting for the winter solstice. I don't know, it feels winter solstice-y to me, if that's even a word. But I think what the message is here is, because the energies have been so difficult this week for sensitives, empaths, people who are gifted, chosen ones, whatever you want to call it, the people that are in tune with the new earth, in tune with what's actually happening spiritually and energetically in the world. I believe this card has come out today to remind us to get grounded. Hence the idea I had to go in the forest today. I never go out in the winter. I'm a hibernator. But I really felt it was important today, of all days, to go out into the thing I don't like, which is the cold, and embrace it and accept that, you know what, I'm missing my connection to nature. I so want to be outside. So why don't I just get dressed properly, and I'm going to go out and take a walk in the forest. So again, if you've been having a really rough week and you've been picking up on the dense energies, maybe this video is a reminder to accept both the shadow and the light of yourself. Love both, accept both, respect both, because both brought you to the place that you are today, and it will continue to mold you into who you're going to become. So again, happy winter solstice to all of you. I hope this helps somebody out there. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day. I'm going to go get myself ready and get outside into the forest. I love you guys. Have a beautiful day. Mwah.